Hello everyone, happy Monday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I wanted to do a very short psalm today and really appealing to God in heaven, okay? And because that is whom we should seek, is our appeal should be to God, because He alone has the power, the might, the strength, and He can change hearts and minds of people. So I'm going to read Psalm 64. And this is a psalm of David. And it says, "O God, listen to my complaint and protect my life from enemies' threats. Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers. They sharpen their tongues like swords and aim their bitter words like arrows. They shoot from ambush at the innocent, attacking suddenly and fearlessly. They encourage each other to do evil and plan on how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask, as they plot their crimes. They say, we've devised the perfect plan. Yes, the human heart is cunning, but God Himself will shoot them with His arrows, suddenly striking them down. Their own tongues will ruin them, and all who seek them will shake their heads in scorn. Then everyone will be afraid, and they will proclaim the mighty acts of God and realize all the amazing things that He does. The godly will rejoice in the Lord and find shelter in Him. And those who do what is right will praise Him." And that's the end of it. And the reason that I wanted to do this psalm is that I was reading an article that I will link below about how persecution of Christians is increasing. Not only in the other areas of the world where it actually is common and people lose their life, limbs, family members, and livelihood. It's a terrible thing. I encourage anyone, if they've never read or subscribed to like Voice of the Martyrs, they will send their monthly newsletters, and they have wonderful stories in there that are just faith builders. And it just, they have wonderful stories about people who have gone through terrible, terrible loss and persecution and have absolutely remained concrete, firm in their conviction to God. And it always encourages me. And I think, we have it good here in America. Now, I will say this. In the article that I'm going to link below, there is a whole bunch more persecution of Christians starting in America. There has been, I believe it was talking about the most that it has been in America of, persecuting places of worship, Christians, and, any place that's associated with Christians. There's been graffiti, firebombing, harm to people, slurs, and so forth. And I think that we can expect more of this. But in the midst of this, we need to put ourselves and make our appeal to heaven, the God of all heaven, okay? And have Him listen to us. So expect that in the future, in your workplace, in your family even, Jesus warned of this, that mother and, child would turn against mother and father, and father and mother would turn against, their children, and so forth, that we are going to face these types of things in the future, and we should be ready for it. And our appeal to God and trusting Him. First of all, Jesus said we need to pray for those who persecute us. We need to pray for their salvation, and we need to respond in a way that is Christ-like, that really heaps coals of shame upon their own head. And now, that's not to say that you should not defend yourself. I believe in self-defense. If someone's harming you or your family, you absolutely have the right to defend yourself. But I'm talking about if you're being slandered or talked about or made fun of, we need to pray for the people. We need to pray for their salvation. We need to pray that God would unharden their hearts, open their eyes, replace their stony heart, and give them a responsive, fleshly heart, a new heart of flesh that God gives, the circumcised heart, and that they would be made new again and know him, because I believe that persecution is going to increase. And I believe that eventually we'll see it, more and more as the years go on. So we need to be ready, and we need to make our appeal to heaven, to the Lord above, and trust him, and that he would give us the words, the insight, the character of Christ, the fortitude, just like those people that I was reading about in those magazines that literally are just really true martyrs and showed biblical Christianity in the face of persecution. So I hope that everyone has a great day. I know this is a very short video, but I will link that article below so that you can read it. I encourage you to do that, and I encourage you to pray for those that are being persecuted. I hope you have a great day. God bless.